And we're on. Checking. Yeah. Oh shoot. We're on. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is a breaking news announcement coming right to you here from Nerds in the Word. I am Mike Wilson reporting live to this segment. We are here. We are going to be chewing on some steak today. It is going to be hefty. It is going to be probably some call-outs. It's going to be a thing where we are working out some integrity. And just warning, those of you who are listening or even watching, be prepared. You may get call-out. You may feel uncomfortable. You may go, oh, gee golly, that was a little too real. But stay calm. We can get through this. We do this together. There's this thing called the Holy Spirit that comes along and does that, and it's to make you better. It's like sharpening a knife. It looks like it's brutal, but it makes the knife sharper. So, yeah, that's our breaking announcement to you. Yes, Daryl. Okay, fantastic. Okay, good. And now we can continue on with the rest of the segment. Yep. Okay, good. Awesome. Hi there, everyone, and there you go. That was your random craziness that was spun yesterday for Wilson having to do an intro as a news reporter, and now I can finally click that off. Done. We did that, and I leveled up because of that. Thank y'all. We did our darndest. Ooh, and we unlocked Dungeon. I don't know what that means, but I'm actually terrified because that means dungeon. So, yeah, you're welcome. And Tom just is like, yes, and Pilo's like just laughing. So I'm glad I can bring some entertainment to you at the beginning of the segment. If you are listening to this and you're wondering, what the heck is going on here? This is our Nerds in the Word, where we dive into the Bible, we chew on it a chapter at a time, and we work through it together. This is kind of like an open Bible study online, and so if you are seeing, like, if you're hearing me commenting, Pilo said this, Tom says this, Rabbi says this, and stuff like that, that's because this is happening live, and we are having that kind of communication here. So if you want to be able to do that, you can do that here on Tuesdays to Thursdays. Here, I'll show you the stream schedule, those of you watching. But Tuesdays through Fridays, we have our Nerds in the Word segment available on Twitch and YouTube. That's right, because we like being able to get that out there. And then obviously published on podcast, so that those of you later who are like, shoot, I was missing out, but I want to still chew on the goodness, that's the way you can do it. And we'd love to have you put in your comments on what did you get out of it, if there was something different, or even what was encouraging for you, because then we're interactive together. And if there's even prayer requests, throw that down there too, because we're a community. That's what we do. That's what we're here. So, yeah, that's what Nerds in the Word is here. And so I'm also going to start this off, just a little side thing, update for those of you watching, and those of you are like, this isn't going to matter anyways. Guys, I might just return back to the desk, or like we might just ad-lib when we're going to be on the couch, when we're going to be here at the desk. It really doesn't matter. It's still my office. But sometimes my brain gets hit with a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to work through a lot of different things. And so sometimes it's like, that's a whole other step of having my camera reset up so that I can be on the couch and feel comfy that way. Or being here is just like, sometimes it's an immediate thing. And that's been a Thursday thing, where it's been an immediate thing of like, we got to get this out here. But I hope you guys bear with me on that. As far as the visual crew, as far as you audio crew, hopefully it's not sounding too different. I don't think it sounds all that crazy different. But, no. So if you notice that little difference in what's going on, it's just because sometimes it's hitting a little different, and the busyness of what's been going on. Eventually, I want to get it where I have an arm and just can like move things, rather than having to do a whole rigmarole setup and things like that. We'll have to see. We'll see how that goes. But anywho, that was just a whole lot of tech craziness, stuff like that. Reminder, we do have our cool RPG camps that are happening this summer. August 11th to 15th is our Game Master Camp. For those of you who want to hone in your skills as Game Masters, that's the one that you're going to want to hit it up from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. By the way, all these camps are happening here at Quinny Youth Unlimited Youth Center in Belleville, 444 Dundas Street West. Yeah, that's right. That was a whole lot of info for you to take in. But then also Adventure Camp, if you are just wanting to get your role-playing game on, you want to be the hero, you want to be part of a crazy party that may or may not beat up each other and do stuff like that. We are doing that from August 25th to 29th. Again, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's a great time. To register at camp, go to qyu.ca/camp. It is there. $55 per person per week. It's kind of crazy. And so I'm hoping that you guys seriously consider that. It's a really good time. I know Tom's been part of it. It's a lot of fun and goodness. I don't have my water, but I will hydrate via... Oh, I do actually have my water, so I can do that with actual water. See, it's all Nugget's fault. See? Tom agrees. It's Nugget's fault. I didn't have my water ready. Unacceptable. But yeah. Anywho. What's the other part that I'm trying to say? Oh, and stretch. Yes, I need to stretch. Thank you. Thank you for the stretching. He's important. He's nice. Oh, Tom is apparently making an egg sandwich now. Tom, I am proud of you. I also had an egg sandwich this morning. Did I remember my lunch? Nope. So we're going to ad-lib today on how lunch goes. I do, however, have my Goldfish Mega Bites cheddar jalapeno. That's right. It is the bites that keep on biting. Oh my goodness. Am I into, like, advertisements today? Like, are we gonna get sponsored by Goldfish now? No? Maybe so? We don't know. No. You throw it. You'll need lots of water for those, Mike. Yes, 100% Pilo. 100%. That's how it goes. Alright. Guys, I do a lot of chatting. I do a lot of chit-chatting. And I do ask that you bear with my mind. My brain's kind of everywhere right now, and the reason why it's kind of everywhere is our car should be its last day in the shop today, as in it actually should be getting fixed today. So prayer for that, prayer that goes smoothly, prayer that it just is, there's no more new things. Yeah, prayer for no new things to have to be dealt with or stuff like that. Oh, Pilo, I get that. Pilo's throwing down, understand, brain everywhere, currently having a panic attack for who knows why. I can get that vibe, Pilo. I can get that vibe a lot. My brain was not letting me sleep this morning, and so I was up earlier than anticipated. But who needs coffee when you have panic? I'm kidding, but actually, that your brain fries like that. No, just we're gonna work on being as focused as can be. We're gonna do this together. You guys got this? You guys ready for some steak to chew on God's word? Let's do this. Except I'm gonna have my iPad so I can do this. By the way, we also had a fantastic conversation last night at our Night's Vigil. It was the most attended Night's Vigil we've had. And that was primarily because we were talking about relationships and, like, figuring out romantic stuff. Not really romantic, just like how do you, what's a good first date kind of thing. It was a lot of fun. It was great. We gave some peeps some knowledge and some understanding on how to develop some good relationship skills and even good dating ideas. So it was good. It was good. I felt like it was an educational night, and it was great to have a conversation with my executive director Ricky Ann on that. She appreciated that. So it was a lot of fun. She's like, you got to put that in your report that you guys did that. I'm like, it's not a problem to me. I'm more than willing to have that conversation. So it was a lot of fun. All right. We are in Psalm 101, and we are doing Integrity 101. That's right, classroom is in session, and you get steak for the material. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we're going to chew on this. Let's do this together, guys. By the way, this is a Psalm of David. Psalm of David. David shows up. He got it. I'm a freshman again. No. Yes. Okay, we're going to work on this together. Psalm 101. I will sing of your love and justice, Lord. I will praise you with songs. I will be careful to live a blameless life. When will you come to help me? I will lead a life of integrity in my own home. I will refuse to look at anything vile and vulgar. I hate all who deal crookedly. I will have nothing to do with them. I will reject perverse ideas and stay away from every evil. I will not tolerate people who slander their neighbors. I will not endure conceit and pride. I will search for faithful people to be my companions. Only those who are above reproach will be allowed to serve me. I will not allow deceivers to serve in my house, and liars will not stay in my presence. My daily task will be to ferret out the wicked and free the city of the Lord from their grip. Justice reigns from above. No Overwatch 2 vibe. No, that's not fair me to do that. Okay, I should be getting some groans or something like that. We finally get assigned Psalms after so long, right? 100% there, Tom. Like, you know, we finally have an author to be able to go, this is what this person's thinking. So Davey is here. David's the one doing it. And the interesting thing is in New American Standard Bible, or NASB, for those of you who like abbreviations, like me, it is noting that the psalmist's profession of uprightness. And I like that it's a profession, because if you actually break this down, it's only 8 verses, but the first 5 verses are more focused on the self-walk, the thing that I am doing, what is the right thing that I'm pursuing, and how I'm handling things that way. Verses 6 to 8 are more focused on what is my area of influence, what am I allowing to happen around me, that kind of stuff. It's a Tom psalm. I like it, you know. But that's what I noticed initially, right? Like, you have the separation, and more it's like the focus. The first bit is on the self and how I can develop and what's my responsibility in living upright, versus when we look at verses 6 to 8, it's about like, what is my response to the people, like what's my area of influence, and what are the things that can influence me, because that's really like, that's a big deal. That's something to chew on, to work on, and go like, hold on a second. Like, what are these things that can misguide me? So, let's chew on this bit by bit, moment by moment. Yes, Pilo's throwing the steak. The steak. The Philly cheesesteak, I'd like to think. Ooh, now I'm getting hungry. Okay. I will sing of your love and justice, Lord. I will praise you with songs. So the focus is immediately praising God. The first thing that we do to live upright, to follow a life that's pursuing God, or demonstrating that pursuit for God, is the aspect of I am praising God. And we talked about that yesterday. We talked about this idea of thankfulness. And it's funny how it starts off right at the beginning. It's the very first thing that's going on. Versus what we've been kind of talking with Rabbi on and off on, has been when we go to eat, when we are having our food, it's better to praise God or thank God for the food after the meal versus before. Because before you're like, I'm hungry, of course I'm going to thank God for like this food that's right in front of me. Versus after I've eaten, after I've enjoyed it and I'm filled, I'm satiated, it's like, am I still thankful? Am I still thankful that he gave me that food? Or do I feel like, well, I made a pretty good meal, didn't I? That sauce that I put on there, that was pretty good. That was all me. And stuff like that. Like, we kind of get a little bit full of ourselves sometimes. We get a little focus on, like, look what I did. Look at how I provided. Versus, like, just, like, realizing, no, this wouldn't be here if God didn't give me the job. If God didn't give me the opportunity to work for what I do and for what I provide. And so that, like, that's a thing. We're working on that. We gotta work on our attitude. That was a lot for one verse, just FYI. Verse 2. I will be careful to live a blameless life. When will you come to help me? Oh, that's interesting. I will lead a life of integrity in my own home. Interesting how we have almost like the same idea, the same word. A blameless life and then integrity. Now, I want to pose this kind of like chewing on, maybe going through the weeds and stuff like that. But like blameless versus integrity. Blameless can mean you haven't done anything. Integrity means you put stuff in place to make sure that was never going to happen, right? Like the blame was never going to happen. There was never going to be a bad thing, right? To be a person of integrity is the same person behind closed doors as the person who's outside of those closed doors. You get what I'm saying? Blameless can look like a thing that you're doing up front around people. There are some people that really kind of present like, oh, look at how awesome I am, but really behind closed doors, they, that's not a thing, right? And I hate throwing rocks inside sometimes a glass house or stuff like that, but the church can do that. And I'm specifically talking about like church leaders, pastors, who really kind of put out the, like, they are so closely walking with God, but you find out later, no, like they weren't. They were not in step with him. They were doing their own thing. They were using the position as a way to do what they wanted. And it's a real big bother. Hello. Hey there, Fire Hot Taguga. I have no idea how to... I'm just going to call you Fire. Fire Hot. Fire Hot. Now I'm going to stuff like that. That's fair. Thank you, Fire Hot. Appreciate that. We're just sitting on Psalm 101, and we're getting a lesson on Integrity 101. So it's like we're back to school, but like, this is cool. We're just like chewing on this and stuff like that. And so, like, yeah, the difference of blameless life, like, we are supposed to live blamelessly, but it also, how do you get to that? You need to be a person of integrity. Integrity means you're the same person in all situations, in all points. And that's a hard thing, right? Because we all can get tired, right? And sometimes the real person pops out. And I'm not talking about, like, really messed up stuff, but, like, you can be a different person when you are hanging around certain people than you are when it seems like no one's looking, or at least those who are really close to you are the only ones that are looking. You get what I'm throwing down there? And that was a contention that I had with behind closed doors. 100%, Pilo. 100%. And that was a contention I had with some leadership where I'd see that. And you're like, dude, like, you can't be doing that. Like, your walk has to match your talk, and your talk has to match your walk. Like, are you legitimately doing that? This is where I've appreciated legitimate pastors who are sharing through some, like, rough experiences that they have to address, and not use it as like a speaking point and like, well, look at how now human I am. It's like, no, but like, if you're genuinely sharing where you are at and you are working through what that is, that makes it easier for people who are like watching, listening, to be able to work that through. Something that Tom had brought up, man, Tom, I keep on bringing up what happened this Sunday and stuff like that. The speaker was good. Like, I think he was a good speaker. I think what I appreciated Tom was, from what Tom was saying, was the relatableness when people talk. The relatableness of, like, does the preacher actually look to relate to you and show part of them in what they are preaching? Because that's an important part of that too. It's not just only on teaching stuff, which to me is like super important. Like, you need to get your teaching right, and you really do. But the other important part is, like, are you being honest with what you're sharing? Are you honestly sharing that this can sometimes be a struggle with you? Are you sharing that a passage that you are presenting to the church is important because it's something that you had to work out yourself? And by working it out and sharing how you've processed it, you are hoping to help somebody in that congregation, stuff like that. Like, it's no different than me and you hanging out, right? Like, say we go to a coffee shop. And you are just like, we're just hanging out, and yes, we're catching up. But if there's something that I've been working through that I think can potentially help you avoid some hardships, I want to share that with you. I want to be real with you. And being real is not like, look how smart I am. No, look how dumb I am. Like, half the time, I'm trying to warn people, yeah, don't go that way. Like, just don't. It seems like an easier way. It just doesn't work. Okay, man? Like, just processing that. And, like, that's no different than when you're looking at superheroes and mentoring their sidekicks, right? Like, Batman working through all the Robins, right? And he's, especially when he's going through Damian, who is the fourth Robin, and also his son, and working through that. And Damian is so stankin' thick-headed, stubborn, little snot-nosed brat that I can't stand reading sometimes. But here along the process, Bruce is trying to teach him certain things, and then he realizes that, you know, his relationship with Damian's a different structure, so maybe he can't teach him stuff. So he actually brings in Nightwing to redirect that, right? And, like, Nightwing becomes kind of Damian's mentor, and being able to call him out on some stuff. Be like, dude, you are being a brat. It's working through that. But a person of integrity builds those kind of people into their life. They are looking around and going, like, how can I lead that? How can I demonstrate that and be the same person on either side of that door, you know? Yeah, Pila, we learn from our mistakes. That's how we teach others. 100%, right? And that's part of the process in working in that, is leading a life in integrity in my own home. Not just out there, but in... Wilson, you're a brat. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. You're just so awesome and helping me out. All right. Verse 3 now. I will refuse to look at anything vile and vulgar. Oh, we're going to get into this now. Oh, okay. I refuse to look at anything vile and vulgar. I hate all who deal crookedly. I have nothing to do with them. Okay, so I refuse to look at anything vile or vulgar. I hate all who deal crookedly. Will have nothing to do with them. Interesting how that's a very key thing after, you know, the reflection of, like, what does integrity do? Well, they start putting borders around their eyes, their thoughts, what's coming in and out, kind of stuff like that. Oh no, Pilo. Wilson is totally brat, but in the slang way of awesome as heck. You guys now are too nice. Okay. So here... Okay, we're gonna go there. So, we were talking to our son last night, me and Coach, on being a dude of integrity, being the person that can stand up for the right things and be able to walk out of the things that are wrong. And part of that was an experience that we had both in dating and then also one I had individually. The dating one was more like one of the dates that I took Coach on, and we thought it was going to be a fine date because it was rated, I think it was like 14A. Yeah, it was 14A. And we thought it was going to be fine and stuff like that. It was going to be good. The movie, by the way, of which I'm going to refer to as Heartbreak Kid. Don't bother researching it. It is not worth your time, your brain cells, your attention, anything. It is, just don't do it. Just don't do it. I don't... It was brutal. Anywho, we decided we were going to go out and watch this movie, and it was brutal. The humor was way too crude. It was really messed up. The storyline was just dumb. And Coach and I, this is when, again, we were dating, like, I felt super awkward. I wanted to walk out of the theater, but again, like, this is a date, and I didn't know if Coach was feeling that same way. The awkward part was Coach was feeling the exact same way. She was like, oh my word, this is brutal. This is not a good movie. Like, no, like, but she didn't want to walk out because she didn't see me get up. So we were kind of anticipating the other person to get up and show up with integrity. But then the problem was neither one of us showed up with integrity, and we both kind of, like, after that movie, were like, so how'd you feel about that? And I was like, that movie sucked. And she goes, right? Why? Okay, like, I wanted to walk out. I'm like, girl, I wanted to walk out. Like, why did... And, like, you know, we just realized if either one of us wants to walk out, we are now just going to say, hey, not vibing this. We're going to peace out. And it's like, yes, I get that, woman. I appreciate that. That was a moment of integrity that should have happened. The other one, yeah, it was something that I should have stood up. And it was just, you have to say something dumb, right? You know, have to say something dumb. Reminds me of when my parents went to Deadpool thinking it was just an average. Oh, that would have been hard. Fire hot, that would have been so awkward. Especially going in with a Marvel mindset like that. Like, ooh. That's rough. Thank you for sharing that, Fire hot. Oh, that would have been awkward in a movie theater. Like, it's different when you're at home, right? Like, you can just, like, nope, I'm done. I don't want to do it. I'm done. But when you're in the movie theater, you bought the tickets, you got the popcorn, you're kind of there for a date or you're, like, outing or stuff like that. There's some more tensions involved. But now I look at that and go, no, that's just stupid. Like, we can walk out or we can figure out other stuff. Like, let's do this. Or I'd even talk to the theater like, yo, can I get my money back on that one? Or could I just, like, hop to another theater? In fact, that's probably what I would do. Oh, yeah, Pilo. Yeah, when friends take other friends to a movie that you think it's going to be, like, fun and cute, but no, it was not. Nope. Yep, that's fair. I hear you, Pilo. I get it. That's not a fun time. Why won't it let me? I can't hit things. Thomas, there we go. Hey Heather, welcome to our stream. Come alongside us. We are reading Psalm 101, and we are talking about Integrity 101. Just so you know, get some steak in there. All right, but no, like, refuse to look at anything vile and vulgar. Like, make that decision. Talk, like, guide your body what you are putting into it. And I know Heather and I have talked about this even in the past on just, like, garbage in, garbage out, right? Like, the whole aspect of, like, you do need to kind of think about what are you putting into yourself that's going to then actually help build yourself. And part of that is reading books. Part of that is processing certain movies. And part of it is even asking, like, is this even redeemable? Because we sometimes really just, you know, we kind of approach things like, oh, well, like, I'm sure there's something good in it. It's like, sometimes, no, you just need to accept that, no, there's no good things in this thing. So it's wrong and busted, and you just need to leave it at that. And just go, getting out of here, and stuff like that. But that's the hard part. And the more as you grow, as more as you develop, and like I'm talking to, preteens, teens, young adults, like whatever, like this is a lesson for everyone to work on. This is clearly something that David had to work on. This is clearly something that we still have to work on over, oh man, David writing, this would easily be 4,000 odd years ago. Like, we've been dealing with this for millennia here. Like, this is kind of nuts. But I hate all who deal crookedly. I will have nothing to do with them. Like, to the point where you're just like, those kind of crew that just choose to do wrong, like, deliberately, like, they're like the evildoers that we've been reading about in Psalms. The ones that plot. The one that goes, there is no God, I just do my own thing. And twist the mustache and awkwardness and stuff like that. Like, this is where David's going, like, I'm not going to be around them. That is just going to cause some problems. That kind of brings back to a moment where Jesus brings this parable about the yeast. And usually yeast is for a good thing, right? Like, it's to expand the bread, make it grow more and stuff like that. But you only need a little bit of yeast. And Jesus talks about how be warned about the yeast of the Pharisees. Even just a little bit can totally ruin the whole batch. Like, if you let it in, if you let some of that really creep in, it can be a problem and stuff like that. And so this is... Hi, come in here. Come close. Time to get close with Wilson here, okay? We're going to get real close. This is why it's no shock that 6, 7, and 8 is all about who you put around you. It's all about the company that you keep. It's you need to zoom in on that camera. Right, I know, 100%. But, like, seriously, we really need to watch who we invite into our lives. And I'm not saying, like, you just be this punk that just doesn't interact with anybody. No, that's not right. We are also supposed to be salt and light. We are supposed to add flavor. We are supposed to create change. We're supposed to point things out. So there's this delicate balance that we have as people who choose to follow Jesus. You need to observe the people that you are hanging around and ask this question: am I creating an impact, or are they impacting me? That's the knife's edge that we sit on of, like, am I creating an impact? And it's not like, am I forcing my way for people to follow Jesus? No, that's not a right way of doing it. We put out the opportunity, we share the honest living of how Jesus impacts our lives because he's supposed to, right? Like, legitimately, when you follow Jesus, everything changes about you. You should look different than what you did before, because more and more you're following like Jesus and you start looking like him, not like who you were. And then the situation that happens here is you watch other people's responses. Either people going like, oh shoot, like, dude, we don't like you. We don't like being around you. Like, you don't want to do the same things that we do. And so then evaluate, what are those same things? Was it stuff that was really not good content, that was not really honoring God or respecting God? And by honoring God is like, okay, we're going to call it as it is. Are you watching nudie movies? Like, deliberately choosing to get excited on that and choosing to do that? Are you looking at stuff that's just like absolutely demoralizing human value and who people are and obliterating them? Are you watching violent stuff just because it's violent and you're getting like your bloodlust out and stuff like that? Are you watching stuff that says evil is okay to have its way and sits with that being okay? Like, there's few things, and This is not a Puritan vibe. This is not like me yelling at you, because there's some things that you need to be aware of what's going on in this world, but you don't have to be part of it. You just need to be aware of it and how to address it, how to talk to people through it. That is important. That is what we're supposed to do as Christians. But we also have to put the restrictions like, whoa, that's a thing that I don't really need to be a part of. That's a thing I don't have to engage in, because either you realize some weaknesses that naturally lead toward that, right? Like to be tempted is not the sin. To fall into temptation, that's a different thing, right? Temptation is going to be hitting you left, right, and center. That's just how it is when you are following Jesus. Oh, dang, I'm getting a fax. What does that mean? Like, am I throwing fax? Is that what's going on? I don't know. I like the fax machine sound. It was really cool. You're going to get tempted. Because when you are pursuing God, the Muffin Man? I do know the Muffin Man. He lives in Drury Lane. But like in all honesty, we should be evaluating what's going on around us. We should be evaluating the content that comes across our way. We should be going, okay, like, is this uplifting? Is this God honoring? And is this going to help me keep on task with what God has put before me? Because we very quickly don't think about that. We kind of get focused on, well, it's going to make things awkward. Oh, it's going to make things weird if I don't show up or do this thing. It's like, then maybe you need to evaluate who you're hanging out with. Because if that's what they do, if that's all that they hang out and like focus on, you got a problem, man. Elliot Q. Hello. Welcome, Elliot Q. It's been a bit, apparently. P. Diddy, I'm a big fan. Can I help you travel with a big... Right? No. Like, that's legitimately the issue, like, with this P. Diddy thing, was that a bunch of Hollywood people are connected with P. Diddy because they want that affiliation. P. Diddy is a big name, and it's going to help him in other places and stuff like that. But he got into really... Dang. Aggression. Thank you, Elliot. We got another one coming at us. Haha, that was almost on cue. Thank you. Oh, yes, and I will hydrate. But this whole P. Diddy thing, guys. This whole P. Diddy thing, okay, we're working on this, was all about credibility to the name and getting connected to certain people with names. But then the problem is that with doing that, people lost their actual integrity. For status, they lost their integrity. They lost who they could have been to stand up for the things that were not right. And it's messed up. That should not be happening. This is why I've got a lot of respect for guys like Denzel Washington. And some of you may not like this one, but Mel Gibson. Like, these are guys, Mark, I can't even remember what his name is. Anywho, there's been some Hollywood, Keanu Reeves, absolutely. Yeah, Keanu Reeves has been fantastic. But like, there have been some Hollywood crew that have been stepping up and going, no, we're not doing this. This is not how we're going about it. We are going to be people that are integrity. We're going to be focused on respecting people and investing in that. And like, that's how we should be operating, guys. We should be standing out, and it should, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat. It's going to hurt. It's going to suck. Okay? Because some of those tables you really want to be at because of the status that's involved with it. Okay? Like, some easy status step-ups you want to be around. Because you know it's going to get you, like, where you want to go very quickly. But is it worth the payment later when you're affiliated with somebody that you just know is not right? Like, that's the balance act that we have going on here. And it's, yeah, Heather, you're throwing it down 100%. It's not worth it. And so who you are with in out the front door and in closed doors. Like, either one, it needs to be the same person. You need to stand firm on that. This is where, like, knowing God's word, and we've been reading David here. How is he doing it? He will not allow vile or vulgar stuff to go near him. He just won't. It's just like, no, stop. Did David mess up? Yes, he did. Did he pay the price for that mess up? Heck yes, he did. Was he still a man after God's own heart? 100%. Because David saw what went wrong. He did the head check, and he gave it to God. Elmo stood firm, actual Elmo, in his values, and Sesame Street got picked up by Netflix. Right. Like, you there's a point where you just, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, is the phrase, right? Like, that's the common term. So what are you standing up for? What are the things that you're going, whoa, not going there. Not doing this. Not going to hit this point and stuff like that. Like, what are the things that you're going to be doing on that? What are the things that you're going to say no? And it's to the point, like, me and my son and my wife talked about it last night. We said, look, if you're over at a friend's house, whenever, like, we have that time where if they ever have a time where they are able to hang out with their friends for a period of time and we're not there, I said, look, if you feel uncomfortable at any point, or they put pressure for anything, and it could be just something that you just don't feel good about, you just are like, oh, I don't know. It's like, if you feel uncomfortable about it at any point, you give us a call. We can come up with code phrase on, like, this is the thing that I feel sick, or, oh shoot, I forgot I got homework to do, or like something like that. And if they get flack, I'll gladly step in and be like, no, like, this is actually the situation. And I said, if you want us to be the bad guys, gladly, we'll take that. I'll wear that as a badge any day. Because you said no to something that you know was not the best for you and was actually going to be pressured in more and more. I will gladly take that hit. I will be the bad parent. I will be the one that's like, oh, it's like, why didn't you let your kid watch the movie? Because my kid didn't feel comfortable with it. Grow up. My kid has values. My kid is saying, no, that's not comfortable. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to sleep well tonight. In fact, if anything, I'm probably going to find a way to treat my son or daughter, in that case, be like, kiddo, you stood up for what was right. You backed out on something that you know was not the best. That's something we talked about through the Bible is not the right way to go through. And you stuck to your guns. You did it. You want? Forget that kind of treat. We'll figure out our own kind of treat. Let's do this. Like, let's figure it out. That's how you build backbone. That's how you work that out, right? It's the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego kind of stuff. That, like, I'm going to do this even if it's going to potentially cost me and, like, really not good. Something like that. For those of you listening on the podcast, that is the punishment wheel. Why am I getting punished? I have no idea other than Tom just says he loves me and sorry. Okay, we're going to move on, and then we're going to... I don't know how we're going to spin the wheel. We'll do the Discord prompt thingy again vibe stuff. You hear that, Tom? We'll do that. Okay. Oh, okay, guys, here's a good one. Here's two other good ones. Verses 4 and 5. I will reject perverse ideas and stay away from evil people. Perverse ideas, evil people. People that are thinking not right ideas. Manipulating. Using people. Pushing away people. Stuff like that. It's messed up. Oh. Hello, Ikuno. Well, welcome. I have no idea if I said that properly or not. I just kind of want to call you Uno, but, like, you know, I'm weird. I find short form. But thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And And I will not tolerate people who slander their neighbors. I will not endure conceit or pride. Oh, okay, guys, come on, guys, come on. All right, come on. We all have that. We all have people in our lives that like, look how awesome I am, and they trash talk other people. Like, dude, who actually likes hanging out with people like that? Like, you love on them because you want to make sure that they've got some good people that are hopefully guiding them in the right direction. But you also kind of like, dude, why are you trash talking? Why are you trash talking here? Like, why? What was needed in this moment? This person's fine. Like, does it make you look good to trash talk people? Like, anyone? Hello? Anyone who's ever had a friend like that? Please throw thumbs up, hands up, like, oh my goodness, like stuff like that. I remember there were friends that I had in high school that were just like that. They would just trash talk and keep on throwing down. And you're just like, can we just, like, appreciate each other? Like, can we, like, who cares about this person, what's been going on? Like, be happy. Appreciate, support one another. Be cool, man. Like, why are we trash talking other people? Does that really make you look cool? It kind of makes me want to go, I don't want to hang out with you, man. It's not worth it. It just makes you look like a jerk. Sorry, but, like, no. Ninu. Adios, you don't have a Wilson to be around with. Like, take care. Like, it's... Oh, okay. Heather's throwing it out. The worst is when... The worst is when Christians trash talk atheists. People who are lost and other denominations. Us Christians. Right. Is us Christians. Right. Christians are not good for this. Because we kind of go like, ew, well, like... We're more free than the Baptists, or we're not as strict as evangelical, or like, you know, like stuff like that. Like, we're just throwing trash and stuff like that. Oh, thank you, Solomon. Solomon, stop trash talking French people. They are awesome people too. Be nice. They will know us by our love, 100%, right? But thank you, Solomon. Appreciate that you jumped on here and that you're back on. Oh. I guess I am having a spicy... Oh, yeah, you hear that? You hear the crinkling? Isn't that wonderful? Alright. Solomon, this is just for you, okay? Because... Oh, my lord. Guys, I've lost control of the stream. This is what happens. Alright. This is for you. The crunch of a Goldfish Mega Bites cheddar jalapeno. Oh yeah. That's a good stuff. Oh. So tasty. Yes, Solomon, there has been a lack of socials linking in this chat, right? Bunch of noobs. That's how it goes. Okay. So back on topic though. It is what happens in Christian circles. It's this whole trash talking that can happen between each other. And we do need to watch it because we are family, right? And yes, I get we can trash talk within families. Heck, Wilson's invented love by teasing each other. It's just really how we did it. But there is a line where there is respect, where there is like, we are encouraging but also challenging all at the same time. The point is here, guys, why are you hanging out with people that trash talk other people? Does it make you feel better? Because really, if they're willing to trash talk other people around you and the other people don't know about it, guess what likely is happening when you're not around? Pause for a very awkward moment. Yeah, it feels uncomfortable, right? Like, it's like, oh, shoot. If you are taking part in that with somebody else, guess what? They are probably taking part of that with someone else. Thank you for the Muffin Man, apparently. I do know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane. I've said this before. All right. Come on, guys. We're at breakneck speed. Verses 6, 7, and 8. Remember, the first bit has been what do we control as far as ourselves and what are we doing? Technically, verse 5 can be part of that. verse 5 to 8 is like, who are you hanging out with? What is the community that you're around with? So don't be around the slanderers. Don't be the trash-talking, prideful... Because, like, no, they're just annoying. Just don't do it. Just don't go near them. They cause problems. Don't do it. All right, next step. I will search for faithful people to be my companions. Only those who are above reproach will be allowed to serve me. Okay, these are the thumbs up people. These are the awesome crew. These are the fun guys. These are the okay, 90s kids repping here. Okay, so all y'all young ones, deal with it. It's like those cheesy 90s commercials that would feature like the TV show that like all kids were watching on Fox Kids or stuff like that. And it was like telling you to do good things or be like these people or stuff like that. Anywho, this is where awesome people like the Power Rangers and be cool like the Power Rangers. If you want to hang out with us, you got to act like this and stuff like that. Really, verse 6 here is a description of the kind of people that the Power Rangers would encourage you. So be like the Power Rangers. Hang out with people who are faithful to be my companions. Only those who are above reproach, they also have standards too. You compare notes and you go, we have the same kind of mindset. We have the same kind of values. We want to do the right things. I think we can work this out. I think we can be friends. We can do this thing. Thank you, Wally. Appreciate that. Only those crew, those will be allowed to serve with me. Or serve me. So again, David's a king. So he's a king. That's different stuff like that. What crew do you run with? Superheroes, anti-heroes, or villains? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm so confused. I did hydrate, and then... Okay, I'm so confused.
And you put the don't hydrate.
Yeah, but... I'm so confused. I'm sorry. Thank you, Thomas. Everyone wave to Thomas. I hope you in the podcast have been waving. If you haven't, well then I don't know what to say. I really can't help you. It's just anywho. But like those who are above reproach, those who are honest, God-fearing people, the one, and by God-fearing, it's like respect God's authority, respect the leadership, respect His guidelines in life, not as like a, oh, well, if you follow subsection A, delta Q, R7, it's like, no. Love God, love people. Pretty simple. Love God, love people. Dang, I'm getting beat up by Carmen Solomon. I thought we were bros. It's because I cause problems. That's what it is. But, again. And now I'm getting beaten up by Tom. Man, you do a stream, you just hanging out with people, and people beat you up. Okay. But here it is, verse 7. Get ready. These are the people that are not allowed. I will not allow deceivers to serve in my house, and liars will not stay in my presence. Totally makes sense. These are the people that you do not know what they're like, if they're going to be saying the right thing, if they're the people that are going to say nice things to you up front and then lie about it later, right? These are the trash talkers. These are the kind of people that are just like, yeah, no. They smile at you, but really they want something from you. Watch out for these kind of people. Watch out, man. This is like just good friendship awareness talk right now. This is integrity. Because if you hang out with those... Oh, cheapers. Man, everyone's going on the stickers these days. What's up, Wally? Okay. But be aware who you are inviting and who you are having in your space. This is important, guys. All right. So then, verse 8. My daily task will be to ferret out the wicked. Ferret. You know, like the little weasel. No, like as in sniff out, as in find, as in like go, no, this isn't right. These people, we gotta deal with them. And free the city of the Lord from their grip. Free the city of the Lord from their grip. people that are pursuing God, people who have that opportunity. And this is part of our responsibility, guys. By you, Boo the Wicked, I hear they kick warlocks off their fire teams. 100% they do. They really do. Gotta go all Sherlock on them. Right, you gotta find them out. You gotta figure this out. And this isn't like a witch hunt or stuff like that, but it's like legitimately, you want to be with the right people. You want the right people investing in each other, and you want the right people to be able to grow more right people, right? It's just like any fruit. And like, I appreciate Jesus saying like there's good fruit and there's bad fruit, and you shouldn't expect good fruit to come from a bad fruit, like from a bad tree, right? From a dying tree, you don't expect good fruit. Like, a healthy tree produces healthy fruit, but then a sick tree, a broken tree, doesn't really produce good fruit, right? So you'll know people and what they put out there, but you also want to cultivate that. You want to encourage good growth and work on taking out the bad. So here's Integrity Talk 101 takeaway. All right? Here's the takeaway that I would say. What we need to do is honestly vet what kind of things and people we're allowing in our area of influence, as far as what can influence us and also how we are impacting other people. I said this earlier. Are the people in your life impacting you more than you impacting them? And I'm not saying you're treating everybody that you are interacting with as like a job, as a project, or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But your heart should be that when you're around other people, you are actually encouraging, supporting, generally improving their life a little bit more, right? It's kind of like that rule that you would have at the beach. Those of you who go to the beach or have gone to the beach and stuff like that, the general rule was when you leave the beach, it is either the same or better condition than when you were there before. So you are already creating a positive impact, at least, and stuff like that. Yes, Pilo, I improve people's lives with great hospital stories and tips. Actually, that's true. There's some things that I have learned about the hospital via you, Pilo. So, good education process. My hope is that I am improving you guys, helping and invest in you guys by being able to point out how you can read the Bible, how you're supposed to chew through it, how you look at it section by section, verse by verse. Legendary. Solomon, that was very sweet. Thank you. But legitimately, I want it where any stream that you come on here, any kind of content that we are putting out there, it is educational in some way. You learn something new, but also that you have a takeaway that you need to do something. And whether or not you actually do it or don't do it, that's on you. Like, I put the challenge out there. That's your call. But at least I can be faithful to putting out the challenge out there for you to grow. My hope is that you guys take the challenges, you legitimately put them into practice, you try them out there. And I know we put out a lot because we do one after every stream. But my hope is that it actually does create some growth and development, so that maybe a month or two later, you notice there's a difference because you did a little shift. You learn to talk to God a little differently. You learn to, instead of giving God a laundry list, you just learn to sit and be with him. That instead of panicking, you become thankful. That instead of you trying to carry it on your own, you are learning to give things to God. That you would know that you are not alone, and that by knowing you're not alone, you actually get invested into a community that keeps on encouraging and supporting you. that when you are invested in said community, you can then pour out more into it because you've received such a blessing from said community. Is there a cricket in your office? I hear a cricket and it's not in my head. It could be the music. I'm not hearing a cricket personally. And it's not the app that... Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so my level up challenge. My level up challenge is, are you watching the things that are influencing you? And are you working on how you can be a positive influence for other people? Are you doing the evaluation of like... Are you doing the evaluation like, is this really doing a positive build up in me, or is it actually causing a negative thing on me? And then am I pouring into people in a positive way? Because that's what we're, salt and light. We're supposed to be doing that. But we need to be around the right things. So, anywho, that is your level up challenge for the day. That was very aggressive. All right, prayer request time, because we are overtime, sort of ish. Please throw down your prayer request here. Nope, here. That's right. I messed with you. Put it into the chat box, those of you in the video. Those of you who are not in the video and listening via podcast, please put it into the comments. We do read comments when they come in. Just saying. Also, please leave a review. It'd be kind of nice to have people like check out and review our podcasts. It'd be really encouraging. Anywho, Pilo, I am having a few personal situations going on and could use some peace and guidance as well as wisdom. 100% Pilo, we'll be praying for that. We'll be praying that for sure. For that for sure. We're going to pray for Tom and his job, because he's still on the job hunt, and that's all good. We're going to keep on praying for Solomon. Solomon, is there any news of which you would... Thank you, Thomas, for the fart near my face. That was really nice. Is there anything that you want specific prayer for, Solomon? Or anything that you want to share or things like that? Hopefully Tom's future job doesn't involve reading. Oh, boy. Hope you're getting the good drug, Solomon. Getting the pain-killing goodness, and also just that you're getting good care there, too. Yeah, we'll pray for that. Guys, as I brought up earlier, please be praying for my car. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nerve-wracked that I haven't had a phone call yet about the car and how it's going and stuff like that. So, yeah. Mike, no news is good news. Not when you need a car. But yeah, please pray for that. Pray that things would be going well, that no new things are coming up. And God, like, guys, honestly, prayer for my mind and my heart, because I've been really getting anxious and it's been hard. And I'm trying to work on it. I'm working on breathing, working on praying through it, sharing that. Thanks, Heather. Appreciate that. Got you in prayer, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, just stuff with Dad has been hitting me, as well as life, as well as unexpected things that we just were not anticipating, and it's hitting all hard all at once. And making me a little nervous on stuff, but I'm trusting in it. I'm trusting because God has been doing some really cool things legitimately, guys, ministry-wise has been so cool seeing how we've been coming together as a community, how we've been praying and supportive. Opportunities like Pilo's stream next Monday too, stuff like that. The clan has your back in game and in life. I'm always down to talk about loss, or not talk and just shoot mobs. Right, and that's, I appreciated last night even for that I was gaming, but also I had my space to game and just chat through with people and stuff like that. But yeah, I could use some prayer. Men's Mental Health Month is legitimately a thing that's just sitting in, and I get it. Not that I'm trying to put a peg on that and be like, oh, but like legit, I'm hearing it. So, all right, I'm gonna pray before I yammer on more. Okay. Oh, Heather, any prayer requests for you? Because you're still on stream. I thought you had disappeared for a moment, punching demons and stuff like that. I was doing work. Okay, that's fair. But also, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, if you got prayer requests and stuff like that, direction and trust too. 100%. 100%, Heather. We can do that. Cool. Let's hit it. All right. Let's bring these things to God. Father God, I thank you for this time where we've been able to read Psalm 101 and go through the lesson of Integrity 101. What does it mean to be people of integrity? And it is really making deliberate choices, focusing on you, having you guiding us and directing us, and then kind of looking at where you are leading, how you lead, how you talk, how you walk, and then going, are the things around me right? Are the things that I'm getting involved with or investing my time and efforts in, are those right? Are the people that I'm around right? Are they influencing me, or am I influencing them in a positive way? Am I leaving situations better or worse? And so, God, I just pray that we would be doing that. We'd be honestly doing an evaluation, not like hardcore, what the heck's wrong with you, but also go like, oh yeah, that might not be the best thing to be reading, to be watching, to be taking in. To this person, the more I'm around them, the more I feel like I'm kind of giving way to some of the stuff that I don't even like about them, like the things that are not right, that maybe go, man, like, makes you want to call out some stuff. Not in judgment, but like just go like, I don't think that's the best thing to do. That's not the best way to treat other people. God, help us to be able to have a backbone to stand up for that too, to be able to stand and be able to walk away, to have boldness in that, but also help us to know where we're supposed to be sharing your light, sharing your wisdom, being the salt that adds flavor to life, leaving an impression and people go, whoa, you're different. And they want to get around us because we are different. They want to learn and grow from us. Not that we are Mr. and Mrs. Miyagi and super so smart and like whatnot, but honestly, just sharing you. So help us to do that. Help us to take that stock and evaluation and go, God, where am I supposed to be at? God, I thank you for awesome people in this community. I thank you for Pilo and her heart for reaching out to people and investing and caring for other people. God, I just pray that you would be with her right now as there's some anxiety that's been hitting, some stuff that she's been stressing out on, and stuff that she's been dealing with that's been pretty heavy. And God, I just pray that you would come around her, that you would take care of some of these needs, some of these issues popping up, that she can trust and rely on you, that she's got a community that comes around her and supports her too when it just feels overwhelming. God, I pray for Solomon and pray for healing for him. Pray for endurance and strength for him, and as he's like in the hospital, it sucks. I pray that this infection stuff would get dealt with, that he would be feeling better, that vomiting would not be a consistent thing, that he would just be getting better. I pray that the chemo that they've got him scheduled would actually be helping and kicking this cancer out. God, just kick it out. Kick it out. I want to be free of that, God. We pray for Tom and his job hunting, and that thank you that he's able to do a little bit around home to be able to have a little bit of money. But honestly, God, yeah, he wants work. He wants to be able to have work so that he can be able to do more and be able to kind of stand on his own 2 feet a little bit more. So we just pray for that, and that you would take care of that, stuff like that. God, I just pray for Heather for trust and direction. I appreciate that prayer a lot. She's been doing a lot of stepping out. She's been doing a lot of work on trust and relying on you, and just going like, okay, God, what's next? What's going on? And I thank you that things have been better than where she was at before, but also it's a little scary, right? Like, money be a little not so fun times now. But thank you that you have been providing, that you've been there along the way, that you have been sustaining her. Pray that you would continue to be there with her in her times with you, that she'd be hearing you clearly, sitting with you, investing in that time with you, and letting that be the top priority above everything else, above all that's going on, and be invested in that. Because when she does that, God, she's able to sit with you and listen to you and be able to wade in with you. And then she has that confidence in you, not in herself, in you. Not confidence in the situation, in you. So I just pray for that. Pray for the clarity, pray for the trust. So God, I pray that for me. I pray that you'd be working in me. And I know you have been. I know you've been here throughout all the situations, all the stuff that's been going on, the little ups and the what has felt like is really big downs, and just wave after wave. And God, even in the moments where I'm just wrecked by simple words, like as if they are straight from you, and I really do think they are, and little nudges, and me missing my dad, and just stuff with our car, and just feeling overwhelmed. But God, thank you that you are there in the midst of it all. You don't let me drown. You are my lifeline. I can rest in you. You are my peace in the midst of the storm. And yes, it's still storming, but you do respond when I ask for your help. You are there when I call for you. And help me to remember that, to hold on to that, and trust in you. To know you are faithful, that you are there with my family, you are there in my marriage. You're here in this ministry. You're here with me. So help me be a man of integrity, to keep my eyes focused on you, to watch what I put into my mind, to watch how my heart responds, and to give it to you, to look to you, and to hold on to you. Thank you for this awesome community that has come around and has helped, and they are my extended family. They are my family. Yeah, they are my family. Literal brothers and sisters. Legit. Thank you for them coming around me. Really don't know where I'd be without you working through them in them. So God, help us to honor you. Help us to step forward with you. Keep our eyes fixed on you. We ask this in your name. Amen. Dang it, guys. You made me have dust shake up the office. Things. Stuff.
And you guys know what time it is.
Oh, no, you dirty punk. Okay, guys. Here we go. All right. I guess we have to suffer through this all together, don't we? I'm working on it, Tom. Just
share my screen.
Jeepers. Oh, my word. Guys, what are we doing here? Do you have the thing set up now?
Yeah.
Well, you already did that. Oh, cancel. Hold up. There we go. All right.
Screen is shared.
Hold on. Whoa. Whoa. Full screen. This you. Hold on a second. All right. Now's the part of the show where we make Wilson cry some more with this the wheel of punishment. I don't know why I'm getting punished. I really don't. But I guess my pain is your gain. And I hope you appreciate that. First thing I want to read off what Pilo threw down. Show the cracks. Show the beauty in the broken. And when they ask how you keep pushing on, let them know whose footprints are on the beach. Mint. All right.
Are we ready?
If it makes you feel better, Mike, I'm preparing a wheel for myself because I know it's coming. Right? Like, what is this? Like, why do we encourage the punishment? Okay.
All right. Ready to do the spin?
All right, we ready, guys? Throw a thumbs up if you're ready. Throw a thumbs up if you are ready. And if you're not, well, I'm sorry. But you can cry and stuff like that. But throw a thumbs up. Shoot, they are even throwing Wilson thumbs ups. That's unfair.
Mike approves.
Mike approved. Mike did not approve. Okay, here we go, guys. This is what the? Write a funny poem and recite it in front of the street. What? I have to... Yeah, that's my homework now, Pilo. I guess I know what I have to do tonight while I could be just relaxing.
And just... other one. I was so sad.
Oh, apparently Tom really wanted the other one. Which other one did you want? Hey, you closed it.
You don't get to see it.
Guys.
You'll have to wait till next time.
Tune in next time for Wilson to really cry. Jeepers. Terwilliger. Like, what is... Okay, there we go. Hold on a moment. I gotta move things because you made me move it so that people get... Oh! Dang! Heather got a sub thrown by Solomon and not the sandwich. Not the sandwich, because we don't throw sandwiches. Not today, at least.
Bye-bye, Chad. Bye-bye, Wilson.
But, okay. Bye, Tom. Adios. Well, yeah. There you have it, everybody. Thank you, Solomon, for the sub for Heather. Appreciate that. Encourage that. I'd take a sub. A nice turkey one. Right? Like, I'm kind of digging this. It's already 11:40. We are way past overtime. But with bacon, yes! Spicy mayo, yes. With tomato, some peppers, olives, both black and green, barbecue sauce, yes. Oh, I'm so hungry. No olives. Excuse me. Wallace. There has to be olives. It's not a sub if it doesn't have olives. Rethink yourself, sir. I disagree with you. All right. Anywho, guys, thank you for joining in the uber long Nerds in the Word stream. I just want to throw down a reminder. RPG camps. You want to get signed up to it. It is a lot of fun. It is a good time. It's happening this summer. If you have never tried D&D, you don't have to worry about it. Come out to the adventure camp. Learn as a newbie. Or if you are that person that gets thrown in to be a DM or a game master, and all your friends are like, oh, you should do it because you're so good. And really, they just are too chicken, and you have really cool stories. Or you're like, I don't know where to start. Hi, hello, let us help you. We've got tools, we got capacity to help you out. Help us help you. Help us help you. D&D Diminishans and Danes? I don't even know what a Diminishyan is. I know who Domitian was, and he was not a cool dude. Anywho, guys, just wanted to throw that last little plug-in in there. Be sure to tune in for today for Nuggets Nerd of Wisdom. Nuggets of Wisdom, not Nuggets Nerd of Wisdom. He is the nerd with the wisdom. But Nuggets of Wisdom coming in at 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. You're going to learn lots. And he's an awesome dude. Cheer him on as he fights in Hollow Knight. Cheer on! Okay. Anywho, guys, take it easy. Keep on being awesome. Love you guys. Bye!